time on
Danganronpa.
Take responsibility for yourself. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
Evidence, what'd you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet.
You should examine Rihaku's body one more time, thoroughly.
Boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. We're shooting powder with coffee. The other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. I only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. Still isn't unusually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with.
I bet Rihaku would like to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. If she hadn't broken the rule, none of us ever would have had options. You get what you deserve, sorry.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right?
Yes, I will realize I'm in front of the door this time.
Go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
In the class trial, or it's about to begin. Red door, it's right through here. Not paying attention this time. And so, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind, or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is?
I know it.
She doesn't want to come. You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out. You're kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like he said a few minutes later. That's more than one moment. He reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Toko, that's a bad word.
I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible.
Oh, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chiharu.
Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek, nobody had any problems with her, except I guess a guy that killed her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us? Someone standing right here? I don't really have to talk to anybody. Let's just go. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
Yes.
He gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Then there were fewer in the elevator. Steel blocks sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Yeah, because it's an object. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good, good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay, then let's get the show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal. You're saying the same thing, Makoto. As last time, deadly real, deadly defense, deadly faith, the deadly class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Maybe not the worst idea to explain it again to the students.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
You have to make clear it was used to deliver the fatal blow. I mean, saw it. Still, I want to set you to mean, game. I should have looked that up before. I thought it would just be obvious. Can you change difficulty? Danganronpa. I do it right after you finish a certain chapter, it says, so I guess for this one we'll just...
It appears it was a head wound.
That's correct. So I guess for this one we'll just be kind.
The killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
That's not really a thing to disagree with, he just wants to know what...
Pipe.
No, what's wrong?
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Which is that way?
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
The crime scene to investigate.
That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is...
He only wants it to be.
Serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Yeah, we'll hear more. Today, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Oh yeah, dude will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. The way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the button to tap the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual mark, your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Which case, you're about silencers, focus your party. Well then, good luck and have fun. So we may or may not see it.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Bunch of white noise that is ink.
There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong!
Alright, so we got the white noise at least.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive
I
in
think
the
Miyake
library.
would want credit for that.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
He just wants, like, he wants us to get to a certain topic, or I mean a certain part of the conversation.
All the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob-lust.
Freudian slip there, that's what you say.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them?
Can't tell you, it's never been made public. The characteristic, I mean, just, the world doesn't know, the suspension. Like you picked that one when they just said it.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
You did it.
It's because the culprit in
He's not
this
going to
case
say that.
is the real Genocide Jack.
Like, it's because I did it. I mean,
No fucking way.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
yeah, like she's sus, like you said.
What?
But also, Byakuya is the one saying it, so.
Hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not one person, but multiple people, right? Well, two in this case. Okay, let's do Hangman's Gambit. Where the... Okay, you press A to... Schizo.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have personality has to do with her behavior. Well, her behavior changed. It has to do with her behavior. Her behavior's in the answer.
Talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, kid.
I don't know what voice to give that yet.
Well, that dead body. Hey, are you dead?
I guess that works.
Yeah.
Shows her head real hard when she fainted.
What is it? Put it back. Stop hitting the bottom. See if truth or web applies.
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
And she said, take control. She won't let him.
Now won't let Genocide Jack have control. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
About the universe?
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her.
So she just
and
told
she
him.
was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
She was blinded by her love.
This
The worst
is
person
the
to tell.
real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Well, hers is a little bit different. It's not her fault exactly if a promise was broken.
I'm sorry, you're gonna keep our promise, so don't worry, never again. I won't Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Aw.
That's the only reason I promised.
Go out where? Not really anywhere to go out to.
How many times times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
I feel like she'd like abuse.
Well, the
Like in this
opening act is
form.
nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed through the across the courtroom, but in the next second,
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
okay, Larkin Love over here.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Kill you?
Murderous fiend.
I'll kill you? I mean, that's Monokuma's job.
Let's go with Genocide Jill.
What the fuck is this?
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I wonder if what her Japanese name is. I doubt it's Jill. Oh, and Fangs.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Which one is better?
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
She's gonna, like, pick her nose like a giraffe right there.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is no, it's Jill, dude. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
What are your thoughts?
I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
I haven't heard Creepazoid in a while. Let's bring it back.
Another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Sometimes, yeah.
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend.
How many times have they said murderous fiend?
Hero's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
It's not embarrassing, it's incriminating.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
That would be a good motive.
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. She said I need to get some more details about all this. Now the voice is going to talk to us again. You have to do better than that.
But do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more
Not completely. Oh.
Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't.
You say that, but perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi.
When you compare the modus operandi matches completely.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
How is it any different?
Let me tell you, my dear hero.
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider
It's scissors.
myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
They must spend a lot on scissors. They just leave them there like that and use so many.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Oh, it's the neck and stomach. No, the style's the same.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Yeah, this one's bludgeoning instead of stabby.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from
Pairs
a
of
blow to the
scissors.
head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini,
It's not the sauce?
then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
I object to that. You should have switched those two things.
Can you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. Photos of other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
I think the store would become suspicious of somebody buying so many.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Don't say that. Let's see. It was a pattern showing the Genocide Jack victims, and Shiro didn't fit it. The names of every victim you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Her lover was her friend.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Yeah, he's sexist. Only kills men.
Yeah, yeah, everybody deserves equal opportunity killing.
In all the genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Those names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
At least 2 of them weren't even 18.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to
Oh, so Fumi was kind of right.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur?
Yeah, how's it feel on the other side?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Oh, you're crazy?
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school? Any scissors? I don't just use any
Yeah,
scissors.
she said this.
I use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Alright, well, Toko did not do a good job of keeping those away from you.
Would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Hey, that could be a lie.
I guess, yeah, anything anyone says could be a lie, yeah.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent? But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on, there is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.